Yep. So, but apparently MBK brought his inhaler today. He did, because he was talking with his chest. He was talking with his chest, trying to. I think he called me a bitch at one point in time, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he called me a bitch. He definitely called me cupcake, and then I think he touched his lips, like I think he wanted me to go punch him in his mouth. I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing to say.
Do you want it to be a fucking threat?
Is it a threat?
Do you want it to be a fucking threat? Call me cupcake the next time you fucking see me. Call me fucking cupcake the next time you see me. And I'm letting you right now, I consider that to be an inciting word, a call of violence towards me, that you want to engage me in mutual combat by you calling me cupcake. I would highly fucking recommend you don't.
Okay. Are you going to have this one behind a paywall too?
Yeah.
So no, they can get it?
No, this is going to be behind. This won't be hidden behind a paywall. No, it won't be hidden behind. Oh, well,
okay, because I want to make sure you download this.
You said, what does that mean? It means we're going to handle it privately, whatever way it works out, whether that's a phone call, a text message, whether that's fucking face to face when you call me cupcake and see what the fuck happens. I don't know how it's going to fucking look, tough guy. I don't know how it's going to fucking look. So we'll handle it fucking privately, however the fuck it works out. Whatever you think that fucking means to you, cupcake, you can fucking let it mean to you.
And there you go.
Does that answer your fucking question?
Good morning.
Bring your help.
You what?
Bring your help.
Bring your pillows?
Bring your help.
You bring your pillows? So you be comfortable?
Bring your pillows? Yeah.
I'll take you out all kinds of energy. You's going to bust through my mouth. Keep on walking.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said keep on walking.
Keep on walking?
Yeah.
American, I do what I want to
So am I.
do. Yeah. Do I bring my pillows? What do you want to go to bed with me?
No, I know you tuck yourself
You're
in
like Chris
anyway.
Ryder. You do your little secret fucking
Oh,
recording.
yeah, you're
You ain't no fucking different than
You ain't either, bitch.
Thanks, yeah.
Cupcake Junior.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. Come here and get it. Get it, boy.
Stop sleeping with your cousin.
You should too, 23andMe.
Make another joke while they hang another What's up, guys? Boo Body Cam, Boo Productions. Gonna try to do this one as fast as I can while being as accurate as possible. That being said, what's up, guys? We got 77 good ass people in here. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. So first thing I want to say is there's a lot of people I'm sure who saw a couple days ago certain individuals reviewing Chris Ryder's surveillance video where he tried to claim that Rabbit drove past his house multiple times. Now, what some people have noticed in that surveillance video is if you pay very close attention, magically, the mailbox in front of the house and the sign on the other side of the road happen to magically switch places. Um, so yeah, good job, Chris. That was a really smart thing to do. But with that being said, guys, Rabbit has had a GoFundMe link up for quite a while. Even if just a couple people donate a couple dollars here or there, it really does help. You guys have to understand, with or without a lawyer, filings, everything when it comes to being in court does cost money. Not only that, travel expenses, many other things. So if you guys are able to, like I said, visit the GoFundMe and donate anything you are able to do. It is definitely appreciated. Before we get into the main kind of meat and potatoes of tonight, I am going to go over the short that was sent to me. I actually had a couple shorts that were put in the chat, but really, one of them I think I've already shown before for sure. And then the other one I included in the intro, which I did kind of enhance, added a little bit of my editing to it. But I found this one funny. I haven't seen this short right here. So this one's called the Mr. Finkel Cash Dispenser and Piggy Bank. So let's start the show off with this short.
Mr. Finkel said you're broke again. Type it in and count to 10. No more money? Push cash out, watch bills appear. Then he grumbles in your ear. Mr. Finkel, Mr. Finkel, complain and pay. Mr. Finkel,
for magic cards.
Need 100, need some more. He keeps score like before. At the counter,
For a Taco Bell run.
That's GG. That's so GG.
For my 8 horses.
I've noticed why is the AI so horrible at personating Ryder? It's so good at personating like everybody else, but when it comes to Chris, there's just something wrong with his face. Even AI doesn't even want to replicate it, guys. I mean, fuck. Oh shit, that's hilarious. So all right, let's see here. Let's come up here and let's get this up here. All right, so I supposedly, guys, I'm just a huge bully. If you guys didn't know, I'm a huge bully. I really hurt somebody's feelings like super duper bad today. Like, I guess way worse than I could have ever thought. And it caused this individual to go on like a 2-hour spurt. So we're going to review that. We're going to correct the record in places where it needs to be corrected. So with that being said, let's get this up on screen right here. All right, guys, and we're gonna take it away and see what's said, and we'll respond accordingly.
I was gonna head home, but I figured I gotta get me a home plate burger. Gotta get a burger from Home Plate. One of my favorite places to eat.
I'll try to speed it up so we can get to where we're trying to get to. No, I don't want the sleep
I love
timer.
me some cream. Home Plate's got really good coffee. Most places, their coffee just tastes like absolute garbage. Can you guys hear me okay? How's the audio? I'm trying to not talk too loud because I don't want to be disturbing other people whilst I'm okay. I did let the waitress know that I was going to be live streaming. She said she was okay with it. 3x3? Okay, even when I talk like this, it's fine. Because with my hearing issues, sometimes I can't control the volume of my voice and I realize how loud I'm talking. So, all right, folks.
Now, I want to remind you guys, all right, right now we're in phase act cool. We're in front of a bunch of people, so we got to act cool.
What a day. What a day. What a waste of half of a day. So we got, today is Thursday. Chopped beef steak apparently is on the menu. But like I said, I'm gonna get a bacon cheeseburger. I'm gonna try to get it medium rare if I'm able to, and I'm gonna get the hot fry or the hot chips. Hot chips are really good with a side of sour cream. I like them a little extra crispy. How about some coffee with your creamer? Yes, right. I know. I've got a problem. I prefer heavy cream actually.
You don't say.
Straw flurry is riding high in my brain waves today.
You don't say.
Soft flowery. What's up, you all? Seraphin favorite. Seraphin, isn't that like an angel? Please say Ryder's in jail or at least a warrant for his arrest. As far as I know, no. It's very interesting to me. Very, very interesting to me.
Here we go. We'll slow it down because he's getting into I think what happened today. So let's hear him out.
So I was there about 12 minutes before. About 12 minutes before 9 a.m. Ryder's case was the first case on the docket. As per usual, he didn't show up. But to be fair, Alex wasn't there either. Alex is the special prosecutor associated with the case. Alex Olivier. Somebody told me how to pronounce it before. Can you guys still hear me okay? You all saying hi, Daisy May. It looks like it's not the coffee you like.
Get to the point.
And a side of sour cream. Yeah, he's a lucky son of a bitch. He really is. He's a lucky dude. Lucky or smart? That's the question, right? Is he skilled or is he lucky? Is it luck or skill? Would you rather be lucky than...
I'd say Ryder's like lucky, bro. Like, if anything, Chris, before you go to jail, you should like pick out some lottery numbers, man, because you have lucked out, my dude. Wow.
Been skilled sometimes? That's a great question. So I sat in the courtroom. I actually took some notes. I'm going to go over my notes. So took some pretty thorough notes in the courtroom. It's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of hard to describe the way the justice system seems to work against the guilty, or what I perceive to be the guilty, versus how it seems to railroad the innocent. Levi Racing, I don't blame you for talking loud from being in the military and having here.
All right, guys, we're speeding it back up.
I'm trying to keep my voice down, guys. I don't want to disturb other people. Let's see, Kyle Seraphin, former FBI agent, whistleblower, now a podcaster. Interesting. We apparently stopped being a nation of rules or laws. It seems so. He's a podcast. Okay. Seems Ryder has the balls of the court. Yes, it seems like he does, doesn't it? No show. That's not good. Well, apparently it doesn't. Apparently you can do whatever you want in the court system. Scott Furman, good to see you. Karma's helper, you all. JP, good to see you. Don Furman, home plate on how I miss you. Yeah, I was gonna go home, but I figured I can't be in Meade County without stopping at home plate for some delicious food. So I was gonna go home and save a little bit of money, but I figured, you know what? Ryder seems to own Meade. Seems to be. Toyota Tom. Karma says, who needs coffee with their cream, especially if it's coconut cream? Oh, that sounds good, actually. Coconut cream sounds amazing. Scofflery, my bad.
I think in this live stream, I think GS talks about like 6 or 7 different types of cream. Holy shit.
I don't know what scofflery, like scoffing at something, like, oh, thank you, you all, for the $1.49 sticker. Sorry, I'm still scrolling. I'm just now seeing it. Thank you very much. Spartan says, is this burger one of the transcripts you fundraised for? Oh, shots fired. We will go back to home plate when we go down again, Don. Absolutely. Already hot. Game Face says, no regular person in Meade County would get away with this. Ryder has the court's balls. Yeah, you keep saying that. Everyone keeps saying that. I'm thinking you might be Ryder. Baby, I want the biscuits and gravy. Oh, you know what? I got to try that sometime. I haven't had their biscuits and gravy. My understanding, there's a very old woman that does all the cooking here. Just an absolute genius behind in the kitchen. No luck. No one has ever got away with this in Meade County. Yeah, I'm sensing that Game Face 44 might be a bit of a troll. I don't know. Do you guys know this Game Face 44 person? I'd always prefer to. Yeah, it was mayonnaise. It was Miracle Whip, unfortunately. Poured on. Sounds to me like some other folks already kind of got some of the information out there. That's perfectly fine. My information will be rapid and accurate. Hi, man. How you doing? He's not smart. All the delays have accumulated more charges. Perhaps, yeah. Panel versus usual stuff. Who can call about discussing? Ryder has won. If they do something now, 4 years later, it seems like what the fuck. They have great food. Yeah, they do. Ryder ran out the clock. Yeah, I'm starting to think Game Phase 44 is actually somebody that's friends with Ryder. Captain Mart says, what happened with Ryder? I've been in a meeting all morning. What's up, Captain Mart? I'm going to rehash it here once I catch up on chat here. Got rescheduled. Yeah. May 18th to make procedural errors that would get him right around April 10th. Is that something that Thomas Clay knows? I'm looking a little rough today. I'm feeling a little rough. Kind of ran out of time this morning. So little update. It would appear that now somebody told me that the Benghazi rabbit, otherwise known as Billy Barthel, famously has said that any time a content creator copyright strikes another copyright.
Okay, this is the part that I wanted to get to, was right here, guys.
Creator, that's a move, a kitty move. So last night, the Benghazi petulant child rabbit threw a fit and copyright struck my channel. Now he thinks I couldn't go live, or he was hoping I couldn't go live. He was hoping to hurt me financially to get in my pocket, apparently, by copyright striking my channel. Matter of fact, he was speculating on Killer's Live this morning. Somebody sent me a screenshot while I was in court where Boot said, well, he might not be able to go live because I heard he got a copyright strike on his channel. Kind of like, oh. It's one of those situations, right? Where what?
Okay, so it sounds like somebody asked about GS. Rabbit made a comment and said, well, I think he got a copyright strike, so he might not be able to post. And that really pissed Todd off. That really pissed Todd off.
How would you know that? Oh, it's because you copyright struck my channel, Rabbit, didn't you? Now, it's kind of funny because during a break while we were waiting to see what was going to happen, Ryder's case had got moved all the way to the back of the docket. So I was outside and I started listening in. Started listening to Killer's stream. And as I often do, I've noticed lately when I'm in Killer's stream, if I go in there to support Killer, I'm a mod there, as you might know. When I go in there to support Killer Miller and his channel, which I've rated his channel on multiple occasions, I go in to support, and there's a guy named Boot Bodycam, a professional Roblox player, apparently. Maybe he doesn't get paid. Maybe professional isn't.
So what's funny is later on, whenever Todd gets away from like the public and people, and he gets into his own little car where no one can really see or hear him, oh, he just goes twice as Fergie, and it gets bad. And what's funny too is Todd, you lie even more in this live stream. And I guess all I'll just have to do is I'll just have to keep pointing out every time you lie until enough people see it. You know, maybe one day I've got 20 people, maybe one day I've got 200 people. But if you're going to keep fucking lying, I'm going to keep pointing it out, bud. So
connoisseur of Roblox, as you know, who lives at home with his mom and his dad, seems to always want to go after me whenever I'm in his channel. Thank you so much. No, I think this will be great. Dear Lord, I thank you for this food, Lord. May this food bless my bodies as your good word blesses my spirit, Lord. I ask this only in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Get some salt. Oh, yeah. This looks amazing. So Boot often goes and attacks me when I go in there to support Killer. Now, I'm a mod on there. Boot's a mod. So we're both mods. A little mod on mod action. I don't let becoming a moderator go to my head at all. I don't see the point to that. Matter of fact, I don't really like being a mod because I usually spend too much time. Oh, I forgot the sour cream. Miss Beth? I'm sorry. Ma'am? Sour cream? Okay, thank you. Sorry. I want to see the manager. I love dipping these things in sour cream. It's amazing. Thank you.
Hey!
Well, I was trying to not yell and disturb other people. I apologize. And plus, I'm hard of hearing because I don't know how loud I'm being.
I'm hard of hearing too, so I couldn't hear
What?
that. What'd you say?
Yes, ma'am. There we go. Now I'm happy camper. Oh. So I did talk to Killer about this about a week ago, maybe a little less now. I don't know. Time is very illusory to me. And I told Killer, I said, it's becoming harder and harder for me to want to go to your chat and support your channel, not because I don't want to support you and your channel, but because I've got other mods picking fights with me on your channel the second I go in to support your channel. And I understand that Killer he's more.
So it sounds like what's really going on here is you've pissed off several people. A lot of people don't like you. You don't like the pushback. So you try to run Tequila and you try to poison the well with him against other people. I mean, that's kind of in layman's terms what I'm hearing.
Running a show, and I miss a lot of chats too. I'm not trying to be like, Mom, so and so is pulling my hair and touching me. I don't really give a shit.
I mean, it definitely kind of seems like you're trying to go run and snitch out bigger brother on mom, bro. Like what's going on with that? Like that's not cool. That's not based. That's not alpha.
About all that nonsense. But what I do need to know is, apparently my comment was hidden. So there was a comment this morning from Billy.
And I just want to remind you guys too, right? Todd is supposed to be a good guy. Todd's supposed to be a truth seeker. But because he hates Rabbit so much for Rabbit calling him out and telling the truth, he has now ran with a false narrative. Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think Todd's smart enough to see the fact of the mailbox and the sign across the street, slightly down the street, switching places? I personally think he's smart enough for that. So then the question becomes is if you're supposedly a truth seeker, and you say feelings aside, I'm going to report the truth. Why haven't you brought that up? Why haven't you mentioned that? I mean, it seems like you've done everything but agree and just run with the narrative to help Ryder at this point. And at this point, it's really led me to ask a lot of questions like, what's the end game here? It doesn't make any logical sense. The math doesn't math here.
Barthel saying that he's not sure if I can live stream because my channel got copyright struck last night, as if he didn't know how that could happen. Furthermore, that wasn't hidden by Boot at all. That didn't seem to be any kind of a problem whatsoever. But during the break in court, I typed in the chat.
So come on, be specific, Gia. So how much later was this? Because it kind of sounds like you saw a chat and then you went into court, right? Because you're saying on the court's break, that's when you went back into the stream. So how much time elapsed in between these two times? A half hour? An hour? I mean, come on, dude. You love twisting the narrative so hard. Just be honest about it for once.
That Billy Barthel has 10 days now, starting now. He has 10 days to respond to my counterclaim of a copyright and to take me to federal court. And I typed in what tangled webs we weave. Well, apparently, one of my viewers sent me a screenshot saying, well, it looks like Killa is showing his true colors. And I'm like, really? I'm like, what do you mean?
Here we go.
Like,
Trying to get Killa involved again.
And he said, the person said, well, it looks like Killa is showing his true colors. He deleted your comment. I'm like, what? Of course, I couldn't see whether my comment was deleted or not for some reason. And of course, I'm on my phone.
And that's bullshit. As a mod, you get to see all that activity. So I guess keep fucking lying to some of the viewers who have never been mods, maybe. But that's bullshit right there. All right. Now we'll get to the truth of the matter, and believe it, it's a lot easier than this whole fucking paranoid schizophrenic conspiracy that Todd's coming up with. It can be very easily explained, and we'll get to that in a second. But hear this real quick.
But if you look at my history, the two comments I did preceding were gone. So I texted Killa, unfortunately, during his live stream. It's nothing worse than a content creator's live streaming and you're texting. Look at this. You got to chew that. Pro tip: when you're eating a burger, eat it upside down. You won't run out of bun.
I'm gonna hold my tongue on that.
So apparently, it was determined with another screenshot that it was Boot Bodycam, the other mod that attacks me all the time whenever I go into support Killa, that deleted my comment. Killa had no idea about it, which I didn't think he would. I mean, it's not Killa's title to even do that. He's too busy running a show. But I got questions.
Dude, the gerbils are racing in their fucking wheels, man. I'll tell you, they are racing right now.
It's his channel. He can run it however he wants to. He can have whoever he wants running it. I wouldn't think or dream ever. I really don't even sign people out as a mod on anyone else's channel unless it's a clear violation of terms of service. And I think Killa kind of adopts the Hill Pirate Studio kind of like laissez-faire, you know, let anyone kind of talk, as long as it's obviously not Fed posting or whatever. You know? So I was a little surprised. So I did send Killa a message, and he said I didn't do that. And I didn't think he did. But here's the interesting part.
Interesting.
Some of you might not know, but Boot Bodycam signed a contract with Savage Saints. He signed a contract. And
I wonder who would have been the person who would have, if I had signed a contract, GS, who would have been the person who would have recommended me to the parties or to do that? Who may that have been, GS?
shortly after the whole campfire thing came out, and Rabbit went Captain Save-A-Ho.
Okay, so now watch. Now this is where we glaze over it. But this part that Todd likes to conveniently glaze over is quite literally where everything that is happening right now stems from. The reason why he's got an issue with Rabbit, the reason why he has an issue with like 8 other fucking people now at once. Okay, let me ask you guys this. When you have 8 people who all at the same time, for one person specifically go, yeah, we're fuck that. Do you guys think it's the one person, or you guys think it's the 8 people? I'm not saying it's impossible in every scenario for it to be the one person, but I'm just saying the probability is not really there.
Shortly after that, that's when Boot called me up and said, "Hey man, you know, I'm just trying to be a peacemaker here. What's going on?"
Right, and shortly after that means like what? Quite literally an hour to 2 hours after that live stream ended.
And I basically told him, I said, listen, Boot, I tried to warn you. You got to be careful with this Rabbit guy. You seen the way he's lying about me, how he's making.
That's not what you fucking said, Todd. That's not what you said, man. Look, Todd, this is what I'll tell you right now without getting into too much, bro. If you want to start getting into making up your recollection of personal conversations, it's like this. I don't think you want to go down that road. I really don't think that you want to go down that road. Okay? Because if we really want to talk about how that call actually went, we can definitely do that. Because that seems to be where everything stemmed from. Remember, when I started asking you questions about what the fuck happened on that live stream, because remember, you're the one who had originally introduced me to Rabbit and the whole situation. And just as we still have right now, besides a voicemail or a recorded call that you can interpret whichever way you want, and some fucking random bitch on YouTube's fucking dream she had, I haven't seen anything that fucking points to anything. Still. And I'll say the same thing I've said this whole time. Until I do, I'm going to keep the same perspective on it. But then when I try to fucking find out what your fucking problem was and what stemmed out of all this with your problem with secret courtship, you fucking shut me down. Now, I don't know if you got upset afterwards and you had been drinking or what the fuck was going on. But the minute you started with your fucking bullshit and I could tell you were going to start spurging, that's when I was like, yeah, you know what, man? You've obviously had a pretty hard day. We can talk about this a different time. Because you sure as fuck weren't going to sit there and try to scream at me like you've done to some other people. And I think that just really fucking pissed you off that I just wasn't going to fucking play that game with you.
Shit up. I said, he's like, well, how do you think I feel, GS? I signed a contract with him. What can I do? My hands are tied.
Oh, that's not what I said, GS. What I said is, you're the one who introduced me to this guy. So that's why I'm wondering, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck was that? If you guys had a problem with each other, you guys couldn't have had a fucking conversation behind the scenes. You guys had to make a huge fucking dramatic scene online. And I called you out. I said, what the fuck, GS? You go from sitting there and supporting him for all this time, some fucking shit happens, and not even a fucking minute and a half later, you're turning around and alluding to some absolutely fucking horrid shit about the dude. And then you double down and you continue to show pictures of his storage place. And then you start fucking lobbing more accusations. But we'll just go with your quick little diner version where we just gloss over it and you're the poor victim who got fucked by everybody and you told Boot, man, yeah, man, you see what he did to me, man. He's lying about me too, like these other 12 people I have a problem with, man. Get fucking real.
Something like signing a contract with the devil.
Dude, Todd is a character, guys. And if that intro video didn't prove he's a character, I don't know what else will. I don't know what else will.
Are we good? Audio's good? I did say I was trying to reconnect, so. Apart from the burger, what else have you got on that plate? Oh, it's just French fries. It's basically chips. Good. Okay. Sorry, deleting comments from other moderators.
All right, guys. So this one's pretty easy. Yeah, GS, I went into the chat where it was a chat about the court this morning. Had nothing to do with you. At least that specific stream had nothing to do with you. And yeah, when I popped in, guess what, GS? I didn't fucking see Rabbit's comment. If I saw it, I might have fucking kicked it too, honestly. But guess what? I saw yours. And guess what you were doing? The exact same fucking thing that Chris Ryder does in everybody's fucking panel. Okay? And just as I've said before, Killa doesn't want involved in any of that. He doesn't want involved in mine and yours beef. He doesn't want involved in your and Rabbit's beef. So yeah, as a managing moderator and based off of past conversations, I removed your comment. Big fucking whoop, dude. Like, grow the fuck up, GS. Is me removing your comment because we don't want your fucking bullshit in the fucking chat when we're trying to go over something else now? Is that really gonna fucking upset you that much, bro, that you have to fucking run right away to Killer and start fucking crying about it? And then proceed to do an angry vet fucking angry mukbang live about the fact that you're just you're such the victim in every fucking instance and scenario. Like, dude, GS, aren't you like fucking like 50 something years old? Like, I would imagine that you have to have more in your life than to be at the point to where me removing one of your comments just ruins your entire fucking day. And that's the thing is, guys, this is a part 1 stream, okay? Because we're gonna only have enough time to review this. This isn't even counting when I guess he went home, and I guess he decided to even talk further shit and start to go, yeah, this story's kind of like a lot like the situation going on with me, like they're all trying to gang up on this guy and slander him. It sounds like yours truly, I'm the victim. Feel bad for me. I'm the victim, Don't mind that I'm the one that punched first, that I'm the one that lobbed some horrendous accusations first and alluded to some horrendous shit first. And then when people push back and defend themselves and, oh, poor me, I'm a victim. Why did you hit me back?
That's my question.
Question answered.
Because if one of my mods was acting.
Was that such a big conspiracy? Does everybody hate you now, GS? Is the Carlton crew behind this? Did they pay me to remove your comment, GS? Are you going to spin another false narrative that Ryder can run with, bud? Come on, man. I know you got one in you. It's all about show. You're a showman, right?
In a clandestine way, and taking a personal beef and exercising power in my channel for a personal vendetta, I would at the very least have to have a conversation with that moderator.
Man, it really kind of sounds like you're giving life advice right now, GS. I thought you didn't like people giving life advice, especially to you. So maybe you should mind your tongue and not give other people life advice as well, since you want to start so much shit based off of that premise. That false premise too, by the way.
So my statement would be this. Either Boots acting in a clandestine way needs to stop.
Yes,
We don't need to do
Grandpa.
anything. That's up to Killer. Or it needs to be brought to Killer's attention. Or Boot is acting in concert with Killer's wishes, and Killer's just playing like he's aloof. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's just Mr. Neutral. Maybe he's Mr. Neutral. Maybe he's not.
Maybe, maybe not. I guess you'll never know, GS. Maybe Killa is just really a turd flusher. Maybe he's a plumber. Maybe he's just a homeless bum pretending to be all two at the same time or all three at the same time. You'll never know.
Maybe it's all part of the prestige, the big reveal that I talked about a month and a half ago. That I was right about. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like I got a magic 8-ball that I consult and it's right every time.
What does an 8-ball have to do with this? I thought you didn't do drugs, man.
We'll find out right here. Let's test it out. See if a mod can hide another mod's comments. See, that's the thing. I didn't notice my stuff had been hidden. Somebody told me my stuff was hidden.
Oh, you're so full of shit, dude.
I wasn't able to notice that.
Okay, guys. Now, of course, like I said, now watch how he acts and compared to whenever he gets in the car. As soon as he gets in the car, all of a sudden it gets hidden up, and you can tell he's ready to get in the car. He's so ready.
Such a great place to eat. I'm at the circle back, circle around. Yep. Oh.
Magic 8-ball says handsome pants.
So, go ahead and roll down some windows. Let in some fresh air. Actually,
Okay, so we have now turned from Tav into Ryder into his truck now, streaming and crying victim and about how everybody's bullying him. And woe was me. Cry.
turn this on. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. Signal's way better here instead of being in the back of the restaurant. I got a better signal here, it looks like. So, yeah, today was interesting. Like I said, I'll give you guys a synopsis right now. We're at the 52-minute mark, right thereabouts is where I'm going to start doing my summary. In summary, showed up about 15 or 12 minutes before 9 a.m. Ryder, as usual, was not on time. Alex was also not on time. He didn't show up until about 9:30.
You said you grabbed me the fuck
I believe that's what my notes
I'm
said.
the April expert.
Alex did not show up with a briefcase or any kind of preparedness in his hand. I don't know if Olivia is a channel watcher. I don't know if he subscribes to my channel. I'm guessing he probably does. I mean, people are talking about you, and there's claims that I'm harassing Alex and calling his office. Well, he can vouch that I've never called his office or harassed him. It was odd to me that he showed up basically with just his hands in his pockets, and I'm like, all right, is he prepared today? Is he going to try this or be prepared to present to the judge why Ryder needs to have his bond increased? And furthermore, Ryder signed a bond agreement. Now, I don't know. They told him all they needed to appear on the 19th. Well, apparently Clay had a way of getting out of that. So it got pushed back to the back of the docket. Apparently, Alex did go out and get his brief to demonstrate that it would seem or it would appear that Ryder has broken his bond agreement that he signed. Said
yes,
when JJ lucky. Actually, you know what? It might be beneficial to get it. Maybe I'll put that public record request in. I'm trying to be considerate with what I share and what I don't share. I will say that JJ had brought some paperwork that would demonstrate, or it would seem to demonstrate. I didn't get to look at it all. I only saw like the top shelf or the top thing, and it's a picture of Direct D standing next to JJ Scarborough in front of the jail, which was clearly photoshopped in. That was something that was recently posted by Chris Ryder on his channel.
Hey, I remember D sending me a copy of that picture before he posted it, and I was like, that's photoshopped, isn't it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. It was so funny. His Ryder thought it was real too. It was the funniest shit ever. Oh God.
And he was told not to do that. So he breached. I mean, there's multiple examples of him breaching his own agreement. Right? Yes, this is about Chris's court case. So Dr. Phil says, shopping is different too. In Europe, we stop on the way home and buy groceries for a day, maybe two. Here we buy shit for a month at a time at the warehouse stores. Yeah, it is a little bizarre. I prefer to live in Europe personally, if I had my druthers. Anyway, it seems like Europe has a migrant issue, like a giant migrant issue right now. I think you guys need to clean out your streets. I think you got your own problems right now. That said, May 18th at 10 a.m.
I know he made it obvious
the next time
for a
that
reason.
the hearing is going to be set, And I believe he said it was a show cause, or it's going to be a hearing for show cause as to why bond should be increased. But I thought he already increased it, and I thought he already signed some kind of paperwork saying he wouldn't violate his bond. So it seems to me like Ryder gets to do whatever Ryder wants to do, and the rest of us got to follow the rules, apparently. Otherwise, we get hammered. So be a good little sucker and pay your taxes. You know, obey the traffic laws and the you know, the speed limits, and you know, just be a good little wage cuck, apparently. Or I guess you can be a career criminal like Chris Ryder, and you can get away with all kinds of stuff. I don't really understand how that's allowed to happen, but it seems to be happening. So, see, T-Bone says it seems like JJ is wasting a lot of personal time by allowing Ryder to get under his skin. Yeah, I don't really understand why you're coming to that conclusion. That's kind of a weird statement. JJ is one of the victims in the case. You know, usually you're a victim because somebody did something injurious to you. So I don't really understand what that statement is about. JJ's barely been on.
What I will say is, if there's anybody who knows about victimhood, it's 100% GS, without a doubt.
On the internet. So again, that's kind of a non sequitur, T-Bone. So I know you're kind of recently new to this whole situation, and maybe you don't know all the ins and outs, but I think JJ has been extraordinarily patient with this whole thing. But it seems like the victims' rights are not being respected. Marcy's law seems to be being trampled upon right now as we speak. So, all right, let's see. Oh, I mean, yeah, Ronnie Rebel, it's a lot of coke. Well, I mean, I actually had the very same conversation where I firmly believe in, if Chris Ryder should have been able to stay inside the building and record, that was his business. That should have been considered legitimate and been trespassed, and then that would have given he'll usually. So. But anyway, it's good times, folks. It's good times. Mazel, you know. That would give him standing. Are you paying attention? Is this thing on? You're being asked to leave, i.e. being trespassed. Are you still with me? Are you paying attention? And him being asked to leave, that he had to go on multiple occasions by law enforcement, by when I was supporting Chris Ryder, I genuinely, other than him being asked to leave, that he had, other than, I think it was 3 times. I know it was at least 2 times. I'm almost positive it was at least 2 times. It might have been 3 times that he was asked to leave. Now, it's funny because when I was supporting Chris Ryder, I didn't hear that. And again, and this points out to, sometimes we hear what we want to hear, and sometimes we have a confirmation bias pro or a confirmation bias against. That would be a genetic fallacy. That would be bad argumentation. So that you either accept something based on its origin, or you refute something or refuse to accept something based on its origin. It's called the genetic fallacy. So when I was supporting Chris Ryder, I genuinely did not hear him being asked to leave. Honestly, I thought Chris Ryder was within his rights, acting right.
Yeah, you said you didn't hear something the other day, and there was video of the thing being shouted right in front of your face, though.
So, Marcy's law, yeah. Kentucky had Marcy's law, or has Marcy's law. Yeah, I'm just saying I've seen the paperwork, and I've seen the paperwork attached to the court documents. So, I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. More fake news, I guess. They didn't adopt it. It's easily
that was a good one,
actually. Then go research it, dude. Do a whole show about it. You muppet. Anyway, God, there's so many thirsty bitches out there just desperate for attention. You're so desperate for my attention. Marcy's law passed in Kentucky in 2020. I guess it's easily researchable. Listen, frankly, I don't give a rat's fucking ass. I'm not going to sit here and argue with retards on the stream. I'm just not interested. Go make a bologna sandwich, dude. Or some grilled cheese. Seriously. MC said, passed by Kentucky voters in 2020, Marcy's law.
See, Todd, honestly, man, that's what you don't understand, is if you literally just played the dickhead act, which you can do very easily, and you just played it up with your chat, you could probably have a very successful channel. But unfortunately, because you don't place your chess pieces in the right positions, we're here now.
Constitutional Amendment 1 amends the state constitution to establish enforceable constitutional rights for crime victims. It provides victims with, there we go. Are you paying attention?
Yeah, or like the report that was right in front of his face.
Are you paying attention?
From the state.
You don't say. God, you guys are the worst, man. You guys are the worst. Got a call from CVS going over my medication. Lol. Back now. Oh, goodness.
You got me.
Thank you, Mr. Gary. Appreciate that. Yeah, so it's one of these situations where
he set up at the victim's table, really?
I don't know. I got a lot of questions. Not a whole lot of answers, chat. Got a lot of questions and not a whole lot of answers.
The truth said, it sounds like he's thirsty for Killa's attention. Like, mommy, look at me. Look, I can ride my bike with one hand. Mommy, Susie, spit on me.
I am a protected person under Daniel's law, 18 U.S.C. Is that like Daniel's, like is in the right to bear arms? Doxing me is a federal crime punishable by fines and imprisonment. All violations will be pursued criminally by federal authorities. Fair enough. Google Marcy's law in Kentucky. Yeah. I stand corrected. The state wasn't listed on what I was looking at. Fair enough. Well, I appreciate you admitting that you stand corrected. Again, it's not a hill I would die on. I think we should all be able to unite and agree that victims are supposed to have rights. I get that criminals' rights have to be protected. I get that because there's a lot riding on it. A criminal could get off because of a lack of proper procedure.
Exactly.
And somebody said, I think they're being very very careful
I want my own
procedurally because they don't want any ammunition for any kind of a request for a dismissal or a mistrial. You decide, right? Excuse me. Well, I mean, eventually the law will adjudicate it and make a decision, but that's your judgment call. That's your opinion, and you're definitely welcome to have your opinion. And he set off his alarm. This old guy, this poor old guy, can barely walk. Tell you, man, the older generations, man, we're gonna miss you guys when you're gone. We're gonna miss you when you're gone. You guys are the backbone of this country. All right, here we go. I can take this off. Let's see. No, I won't. Let's see. It's too bright still. I know when I was. Let's see. Levi said, I know when I was going to court for my daughters, I had to make sure the DA would do it to the letter of the law so the person who hurt her didn't get off. Right. Daisy May said, yes, you were always saying you stood by them, and that's how you got to know them.
Exactly.
It was because you knew they were done wrong by. I never said they were done.
You know, when Bruce Lee was like, "Be like water," dude, Todd was like, "Okay, I won't stand for shit. I'll go with the flow."
Wrong by White. Well, like I said, I never said that they were done wrong by Whited. I didn't think it was. And listen, I'm going to catch some shit. I even told Ray Whited to his face, I don't think that was a good arrest on Ryder, and everything that happened subsequent to that, I don't know. But
I don't know, man. It seems like the last week, dude, Todd's been doing nothing but crediting Ryder. He congratulated Ryder on getting those charges pressed on Rabbit. I'm telling you, there's clips. Literally said, "Good on you." What the fuck?
I understood why he did what he did. That's why I don't seek out a badge and a gun. I probably would have done the same thing he did if I were in the same situation. But there's things that you guys don't know, messages that were probably communicated to the sheriff's office that you're not probably at this point privy to, that may have heightened his alerted status.
That's so fucked up you say that, Charger. It actually does. Says his hair looks like an upside down Civil War soldier mustache. What the fuck? That's pretty good, actually, man.
And and the trouble is when you work with people, or the good thing or the bad thing is when you work with people, you start to develop a personal, close friendship or bond, or at least a working relationship with them. And you're going to show a level of protectiveness or favoritism towards them, right? I think we can agree that would be.
Truth said, did GS really watch an old man having a hard time and didn't ask if he needed help? I mean, no, he didn't. But that's the thing. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I probably wouldn't either if I was streaming. I mean, if I was GS, right? That's that wouldn't make any sense. I mean, I'm more worried about what I'm doing. It's about me. I'm the victim. You guys don't fucking get it.
What's the word? I don't know.
Mum's the word.
A reasonable conclusion, right? So, but I'm not going to say I never said that Ryder was wrong with what he did. I think I actually probably did say that.
Oh God, here we go.
Multiple times.
Flippy floppy.
Because I don't think it was a good arrest. I personally, and I've said that on the record. I think DirectEase said it on the record a few times. But what happens subsequent to it were follow-on charges. Those are probably going to stick, which is awkward. I mean, let's just be fair, because it's I've said this so many times. You've got, say you got dominoes, right? You're stacking up these dominoes. You got all the job of waiting on them. I think, however, where Chris may have cautioned them and ask whether or not you can maybe make a statement. Excuse me, you're entitled to them, and thank God for it, right? But I look at all these dominoes that were put in place, right? Before Chris even, or before Ray White had even interacted with Chris, the very first time that he was told that he needed to get his papers, get his records, and leave, his business was concluded. I'm paraphrasing. That's not an exact quote. He should have left. He should have left. He could have come back another day, or perhaps lodged a complaint,
nice, man,
or something similar to that. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do this real quick. I got to clean my lenses.
You don't get it, silly. We're stupid. We're the silly little girls.
I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. I hope you can still hear me.
You have to explain it to us. I know, Jimbo.
So I think at that point in time,
Or are you?
he should have left. Now, Tiffany, why Tiffany was arrested?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I must have came into this way late. I thought he was in the restaurant for a lot longer, but it appears that my memory is not serving right because it looks like he was in the car for a lot longer. So I'm gonna try to get to where I believe we should be. So bear with me.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
If I had to hazard a guess, I would guess that I think Tiffany's charges are like ruffle feathers on both sides of the aisle. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
Okay, here we go.
Reduced or dismissed almost completely.
Sub fraud Romania.
Although the resisting, is it resisting with violence? I think. I don't even know. I don't even know the terminology. But she kept body checking the officer arresting Christopher. Yep. Yeah. So again,
Tiffany
I'm
was
just
body
trying to be
checking the
objective,
officer?
and I know my words are probably going to upset both sides of this. I know that my observations or my statements might likely ruffle feathers on both sides of the aisle. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
He's a big boy. He can put on his own big boy pants. No, James. That was just Tequila. He was complaining to Tequila that people were being mean to him. I mean, yeah, he in general is always complaining about people being mean to him on his live stream. But wait, I'm confused. What? Am I confusing the two? I don't know. He cries victim so much, I might be confusing him.
I can handle it. But there's a requirement for me personally. It's my own personal requirement
Jimbo.
to remain objective. What's up, Mania? I feel as though it's important for me to remain objective and to report rapidly and accurately what I've witnessed, what I've viewed, my opinions about things. I've said on many, many occasions, I am not unaware. I am unaware completely of any illegal doings by anyone at Meade County. I'm unaware of any unethical behaviors, any even shadowy dealings. I am completely and utterly unaware of anything being done illegal by JJ Scarborough in particular, especially not Amber Brown of all people. And I've never been asked to do anything, to my knowledge, that has ever been considered a breach of the law or even unethical. I've never been asked by any of these people to do anything illegal or unethical that I'm aware of. Now, I don't know all the laws. So
damn, dude, chat's like hot and cold. Like Mr. Carey's over here carrying some water for me. He's like, Boot really does think about people and care, which I try to. I definitely try to. Now, when they're in return fucking complete pieces of shit to me and then turn around and lob some pretty fucking weird accusations for no good fucking reason, yeah, it's a different story. Then you can go kick rocks and you can go get straight fucked. But then I got like the truth. He's like, no, Boot Body Cam's a fucking piece of shit. He's victim shaming America's next top victim. Oh shit. Victim shades. That's how you know the victim shades.
Possible something somewhere somehow. Fuck if I know. But again, never been arrested, never been to jail. 56 years old. It's really not hard to stay out of trouble. I can say with 100% certainty, and I've said it on record on multiple occasions, if I find out that there is corruption in Meade County, I will fucking report on it.
As you should, GS. Good for you. Good for you.
I've even had...
Why was that like such like a big thing that it seemed for you to be afraid to say? Like, why the fuck did you have to preface this with like a minute and a half of like, look, I know my words are going to be upsetting to people on both sides, and then you say something that most people would agree with, like, okay.
JJ on my panel where I said, if I find out you're dirty, you're filthy, bro, I'm going to report on it. I can't keep that secret. And he said, I know you, RGS. I know you will, because that's just how you are. That's how you're built. Or he said something similar to that.
Yeah, that's what he said, I'm sure.
So JJ is well
That's just
aware
how you're built, man. You're
that if
fucking
he
alpha,
does
dog.
shady, illegal shit, I'm going to distance myself from him immediately.
He said, nah, man, I know, dude. You're a pimp, GS. You a pimp, bro.
You're a fucking badass, bro. You're a pimp. Okay, remember, you're a pimp. That's what your mom said. Your mom told you you were a pimp. You're a pimp.
Right? Immediately. Because I'm not trying to get down with that. And another perfect example of that is Rabbit. Boot's another good example. Rabbit, Boot, Chris Ryder. Those guys are three. Or MBK, another really good
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
example. Another really good example of somebody that pisses on your leg and tells you it's raining. All my dealings with Rabbit, I had no reason to believe that Rabbit is a liar. Had no reason whatsoever. I had no proof that Rabbit was lying.
Correct. From what I gathered, Todd, is you had a problem with secret courtship, and your basis behind having this problem was because you had never seen her in the chats before. Yep. That was your big reason. That's actually what caused all this, was me trying to figure out what was actually going on, because that was bullshit. And that's when you told me about the whole campfire story. And guess what, Todd? While I might not have said it on the phone, in my head, I'm thinking, well, I never fucking heard about this till now. Like, I thought you were all about being transparent and about telling the truth. Like, kind of seems like you were hiding this away. And it seems like when it was brought up and brought to light, you got super fucking pissed off. And then you just completely turned on a dime's notice, bro. I mean, whatever. It shows the way you are. Not so it is what it is.
About anything. Got the old folks are enjoying themselves, saying goodbye and visiting. I had no reason whatsoever. Right? Until I found out for a fact that he was being accused of lying and being accused of doing crimes, which I had no proof of. But now I know, because I have a
which I had no proof of.
Personal experience with Billy Barthel, that he's not only a liar, he's an obsequious little piece of shit.
And once again, because you even admit it, like before all this went down, that he might have even saved your life that night because of the way that you were acting and the amount of people that you were pissing off. But now, fast forward a couple months down the road, and now he's a piece of shit. He's all these other things that you at one time defended, Todd. And the sad thing is you're such a sackless fucking weasel that you will today claim that you never supported Rabbit. You were always completely neutral. But I guarantee you, anybody with a sane brain who would go back and look at any of those panels you did where Sean Porter came up, you were definitely in defense of Rabbit. In my opinion, as you should be, because once again, unless you have some type of actual evidence, where are you going to go off of, right? Now, why that flipped for you because the campfire story came out will still always be beyond me, because the way you always presented yourself to me, Todd, was always as an actual fucking man, like a man that actually stood on fucking something in morals. But I guess that was an act.
Yeah. Somebody I was having a conversation with a couple people on the phone this morning, and they said that they're pretty sure that he was quoted as saying any content creator that copyright strikes another content creator is a pussy. Pardon my French, but I believe that's what he claimed. That's what he.
Yes, you're literally repeating yourself. You said this exact same shit fucking 20 minutes ago. Change the fucking track, man.
Said. Well, that's interesting because I don't know if you know, but he just copyright struck my video last night. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, he spurred with the mukbang, bro, for a while. Then went to the car and pulled a rider stream.
Yeah. Okay. Heard. Understood. Pussy.
What a little man, dude.
Not only that, Rabbit has personally told lies that for a fact, I can verify them, that they're lies about me. I can personally verify the things that he's spreading about me are not only
Cool. So why don't you bring him up and why don't you explain them? Prove him wrong, rebut him. Or are you just going to be very general like you always are and just cry victim?
only untrue. If people are actually paying attention and listen to his little story keeps morphing. Every time he tells it, there's a little different wrinkle.
Yeah, you mean kind of like your stories, right? Like kind of like the stories you've made up about me, the stories you've made up about Rabbit. See, that's your biggest problem, Todd, is you're not fucking consistent. And people can see it because they can look at your videos, they can look at your live streams. They can see on a Tuesday you say one thing and then the next Monday you're saying something completely fucking different in the other direction. It can be observed.
To it. Okay. And if that doesn't set up alarm bells in your minds, guys, it's interesting.
Do you notice how Todd's always trying to tell you how to think, right? He's always trying to get what's my chat doing right now? Why do I have 1s and 2s in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you want Boot to ask. Yeah, can we get some more 1s, guys? I guess I forgot to do that. So I'm getting a bunch of 2s too. Muckster, of course, he's always breaking the fucking rules. All right.
I find that fascinating. See, people get the life that they deserve, right? And show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Dude, like Todd, are you starting to do this Brian Young here's the deal shit now where you're going to repeat the same fucking saying like 6 times every 20 minutes for the video? Ooh, what tangle webs we weave. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I mean, dude, you fucking change your material.
I am very, very happy. Very, very happy to have very few friends. Further than that, I like my future. My future looks amazing. My future is bright.
See?
My past has been pretty extraordinary too. Right?
Is his forehead growing?
But I find it interesting how
24 in me.
For instance, Killa.
Here we go.
Before he found out, or before I found out, that Boot Blocks Cam plays Roblox.
Oh no, he plays Roblox.
He was talking all kinds of stuff about all the predatory behavior on Roblox and all these chom.
Well, yeah, jackass, because there is predatory behavior, which is why parents usually play with their kids. And guess what? You can also set security settings so you don't have to worry about that stuff. But that's the thing though, Todd. You know everything about it, right? Which is why at first your dumb fucking geriatric ass was calling it Robo-Blocks, my guy. Get the fuck on somewhere.
And all this other stuff. And he went on like what, a 2.5 week spiel about screw these kid diddlers and all.
He brought it up like 1 or 2 times on a stream, Todd. See, this is the best part about this too, because people can go back and they can see that you like take these different things that you think you hear or you observe, and then you like morph them. And then you all of a sudden create this new timeline. It's the most interesting thing. Ryder does something very, very similar. He does it in a bit more of a twisted and severe way, in my opinion. But dude, you Step Brothers, man, I'll tell you, you guys, no wonder why you guys got along so well in the beginning there. Talk about 2 peas from the same pod.
This other stuff, he was all about it. But it's funny when a grown-ass adult male who lives at home with mom and dad and can't fucking hashtag adult gets found out that he plays Roblox. Not only does Boot throw K-Far underneath the table, by saying, well, Kfar does it too. Does that make him a pedophile? Like, first off, I never called you a pedophile, Boot Blocks. But I mean, if you want to throw that label on yourself.
I mean, what else did you do, Todd? You sure as fuck alluded to it. And everybody knows what happened too. That's like the funniest part about the whole thing is you keep sitting there and you keep doubling down and you keep lying about it. And there's proof and receipts out there. And I've put it out there. I've put the receipts out there. I've disproven all of your fucking bullshit. And you just keep doubling down on it. You keep making the claims and you still never back up any proof to support the claims you make. But you also at the same time try to peddle your channel off as this like Asmongold / like Andrew Wilson. Like, I'm this intellectual guy. You know, I use these big fucking words to make myself feel good and blah, 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 blah. Like, once again, not staying consistent. What a fucking surprise.
That's fine, but I wouldn't throw it on Kfar. Are you saying that Kfar is a pedophile?
No, what I'm saying, Todd, is guess what? Kfar also has kids. He also plays with them on various games, one of them including Roblox. So if we're going to go by your metric of lobbing fucking spurious fucking accusations like a fucking asshat, then we're going by the same scale, right? But that's the thing, though, is it's however you can morph your narrative in your fucked up little head.
Because he plays Roblox? Now, if you watch just how desperate Boot Blocks Cam is for attention, I reviewed
as he's crying for attention, Mr. Victim, remember? Mr. Lil Homie.
The challenge last night that secret agent gal, you know, allegedly somebody named Katrina, who may or may not be.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing too. I'm finding out, guys. Todd's actively trying to dox people now too. Well, not trying. He's successfully doing so, which is really great. Todd, keep doing that shit on something where people can save a copy of it. I mean, that's like a super smart fucking thing to do.
Behind on child support, or actually have a warrant out for her arrest for lack of paying child support. Sounds like a Tiffany Napier situation soon to come. Huh. Oh, man.
Could you imagine running your fucking mouth and getting your ass pummeled and then you drunkenly running to try to go grab your gun, threatening to shoot everybody? You know, there's a pattern there, Todd. The same way how Ryder has a pattern of wanting to choke people out, you know, just like how he called Midwest Accountability and told him he's going to choke me till I'm no longer moving. Just the same way as he, on a live stream, told Direct D that he needs to choke him out until he's not moving anymore. That's what he needs. You also have the same pattern where you like to threaten to shoot people, or as you like to say, put lead in them or put holes in them. You've also done that same threat about putting holes in them with Ruff, aka Direct D. You've also alluded to the same thing with both me and Rabbit as well. Once again, just pointing out the similarities.
Answering this challenge, and I hear Boot in the background saying, I know you're watching, GS. Okay. Well, I hadn't been watching. Matter of fact, the little secret agent gal was so bothered and pissed off that I hadn't responded to her restarted challenge. That she wanted to come in my channel and start spamming. And I still didn't even read the challenge until she made a post about it.
Oh yeah, so we're going to talk about how GS addressed secret courtship for probably a half hour, and then the second secret courtship asked him about supporting D and sticking up for him when he quite literally had the registry information in front of his face. He doesn't respond, is on his phone, and then magically mist blocks her. Isn't that convenient? But wait, I thought that Todd was peddling himself off as this truth seeker. I mean, isn't that his grift that he rolls with? Is that's why you're paying him? Because he's a truth seeker. He's observing and reporting back to you.
About it, pointing out, and somebody actually sent it to me saying, you should take this challenge. Somebody wanted me to take the challenge. They were very encouraging that I should take the challenge.
Amen, KTZ. That shit's
no, it's an
fucked up.
interesting challenge. It's a non sequitur challenge. What do I mean by that? It's a
Thank you again,
non-starter.
Mr. Carey, for posting that.
Telling me to rescind something that I never said is about as restarted can get.
No, you know what as restarted can get, Todd, is being such a fucking nutless weasel that after months now of alluding in 100 different fucking ways as strong as you can, even going as far as going, I bet you this is the way he would have done it. He would have done this and done this and done that, that you don't have enough fucking balls to be accountable for that. You think that you can hide behind all your fucking accusations by ending the accusation in a allegedly in Minecraft. But guess what, buddy? I don't think that works the way you think it works. Just remember that.
How can I rescind something that I never said? How can I offer or proffer a public apology for something that I've never proffered?
Here we go. I'm a victim. I never
And then
said,
to attack.
I never said anything. I never punched Bobby. I don't know why he slugged me in the face. I didn't hit him with a spit wad. No, this is my straw I have in my pocket every day. This isn't a spit wad straw.
Conditions that I'm never to speak of the case or any of the people in the case again. Otherwise, I have to pay $100 per utterance. It's a weird. It's a weird. Why are you so afraid of yours truly, of me, little old me?
Who the fuck is afraid of you, Todd? I don't think anybody is afraid of you. Do they need to be afraid of you? I don't think that they need to be afraid of you. I think that you might do a very good job playing a character when you get in your fifis and you start shouting into a fucking microphone and a screen. But you're always that same motherfucker who's always telling everybody, I hope you keep that same energy in person. You said that same shit to fucking D. And what's hilarious, Todd, is that you always try to fuck with people and pick with people that you imagine are weaker than you. That's why you go after women. That's why you go after MBK, because you know he's got a disability and a breathing problem. But guess what? When it really came down to it and you were face to face, you fucking didn't keep that same energy whatsoever. And then when you threatened him and said, call me Cupcake in person, watch what happens, he called you Cupcake in person and you didn't do a fucking thing. Because he stood up to your bully ass. But you'll play it off like you're the fucking victim. Oh, poor old me. Poor old me. Mr. Revisionist History, Mr. Well, this is where the story starts. Forget where I started it fucking 5 months before that.
Little old tiny 2,300 sub channel. Wait, Benghazi Rabbit, doesn't he got like close to like 40,000 subs allegedly in Minecraft? How many of those did he charge up on Andrea's father's credit card? Inquire minds want to know.
Todd, just because your channel hasn't had any real growth in the last year doesn't mean that everybody buys subs like BSBT, man. Okay?
Oh, I wonder how many subs he purchased in order to artificially inflate his sub count. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he's 100% legit and on the up and up. I'm going to guess he's not, though. I'm going to guess that Billy is a con man. And let's get back to Billy. Then we'll go to Boot, and then we'll go to Rabbit.
You know the question I have, and this goes to the many similarities that I pointed out in the last week between Chris Ryder and between Todd. But another thing I've noticed about Todd is Todd has a weird obsession with other people's daughters, just like Ryder. Like why? Why are you so worried about what other fathers are doing? Are you projecting, perhaps? Is that the reason why you lobbed the accusations you lobbed at me? Because we all saw that you supported D, like straight. You can't lie about that. I mean, you can lie about that, and you have actually lied about that very recently. But people are going to see you're full of shit.
And then we'll go to MBK. All four people who have recently accused me of being a liar while simultaneously lying.
There is no accusing you of being a liar. we have proven you to be a liar. It's not very hard. It's just like how I proved that Chris is a liar. I play what he says, and then I prove him wrong. Same's easy for you, man. And I'm already ready because I already saw this part, obviously, guys, right? And he's gonna say something, and it's so funny that he tries to play this. Oh, what was me? I didn't do anything. I'm gonna nip this shit in the butt right now.
About me, which is funny. Yeah, I'm not really too bothered by it. These people will undo themselves.
I'm really not too bothered by it, except Boot removed my comments and it fucking ruined my entire morning. I had to cope with a double bacon burger. A Boot bacon burger. I had to fill my belly with a Boot bacon burger to cope.
And it's interesting. All I got to do is put up a shot of themselves. I just show themselves to themselves.
He's like, I just hold a mirror up.
That's about as big of a self-own as they can do, is just to have their image on the internet. I show themselves to themselves and go, well, there it is. You want to see my pecker? No, you don't want to see my pecker. There it is. You know that little meme? So anyway, that could be misconstrued. I apologize. I'm not doing anything weird. Ignore that if anyone can hear it.
10 minutes later, the cherries and berries roll up. Yeah, sir, we had reports of someone pulling their snake out. Yeah. Yeah. Todd gets in his fifis. That's his biggest downfall. Is he gets in his fifis, and the second that he gets in his fifis, the hormones just flood his bloodstream in his brain, and any logical thinking immediately goes right out the fucking window.
So it's one of those situations, right, where it's like,
Daddy, kill a boo, hurt my first man.
I know for a fact Rabbit has lied about the campfire situation and about me in particular, which makes no sense at all.
I mean, it's funny because it seems like everybody else has been able to confirm it, and the only person whose story's changed on this has been yours, GS. So I don't know what to tell you on that, man. Keep coping. You're lucky Rabbit put you down that night. He probably saved your life.
The whole thing was actually more embarrassing that Rabbit couldn't control his fucking camp and the people in his camp than anything. Then Boot goes on the attack just because I simply say, Roblox much? Question mark. Now, all I did was say Roblox much. I didn't say it to anyone in particular in the chat.
All he said was Roblox much. He didn't say it to anybody particular in the chat. Now, see, Todd, this is where you get yourself wrapped up. Because if you guys look at that, he just said, I just said Roblox much. I didn't even say it to anyone specifically. But if you guys are able to see where he actually tags my fucking username, put a 1 in the chat so I know we're like having a meeting in the minds here. Because it would appear that I've just caught Todd and now another lie. What's this now, chat? This is like the 6th or 7th one these last 2 weeks. It literally says, at Boot Bodycam, Roblox much. My reply, sometimes, yeah, why? What's that supposed to mean? At Boot Bodycam, Killa has done a lot of shows warning about adults that enjoy Roblox. You fucking lied, Todd. You know what? Let's just rewind it so we can really get this lie nice and in. So we'll hear it as you guys watch.
Which makes no sense at all. The whole thing was actually more embarrassing that Rabbit couldn't control his fucking camp and the people in his camp than anything. Then Boot goes on the attack just because I simply say, Roblox much? Question mark. Now, all I did was say Roblox much. I didn't say it to anyone in particular in the chat, but Boot knew who I was talking about. Didn't you, Boot? You knew who I was talking about.
Yeah, you fucking retard, because you tagged me, because you are a fucking liar, GS. You are a downright fucking liar. And just like with Chris Ryder, if you'll lie about the little shit, I guarantee you will lie about the fucking more important and more severe shit. Okay? You are a fucking liar. Exposed. You know, it's funny because you've been reviewing a shit ton of my streams until recently when I've been exposing your fucking dumbass. And now all of a sudden, you want to play for 48 hours. I'm no longer about the drama. Couldn't go longer than 48 hours, though, huh? I guess it's 72 hours cold turkey you need to do, Todd. Let me take this fucking picture down now.
About, and then you went like a spurgy little child who lives at home with mom and dad.
So then the question has to come into your mind at that point. So if he lied about that, what else has he lied about? And we're not even just talking about in the scope of the situation between me and him. We're talking about him and Rabbit, him and fucking Ryder, even at this point, him and Jeff over at Hill Pirate Studios, him and Muckster. You know, I remember being on a panel where I remember him trying to get me to fucking shit on Muckster's like, yeah, that's really weird. And he was fucking really kind of getting me into it. And I even think I might have even agreed with him. I was like, yeah, that's kind of odd. And fucking shame on me for going with like a mob mentality just to go with someone's fucking show. I'll never do that shit again.
Who's in the middle, I don't know, early, late 20s.
She said, even if he didn't tag you, that's still subversive. People know who you're talking about and what implications you're making by saying that. If you say that you don't, you're lying to yourself. Fucking exactly. Thank you, KTZ, for fucking saying something like that. It's so fucking refreshing. It's refreshing.
Early 30s, sometime in there, you know. Maybe I know his exact age. Maybe I know his exact name. Maybe I know his exact address. Maybe I know everything I need to know about the fucking restart. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just
your impulse gets
throwing
you
shit against the wall. But you got somebody like Boot Blocks Cam.
But if anything were ever to happen to me, you know the first people that I'm giving a copy of this and many other clips to, right? Fucking idiot.
Who lies about me.
I lie about you. I think I've just demonstrated, Todd. The only person who's lying about anybody appears to be you. I've been able to bring the receipts. I never brought up the fact that I had a daughter. I simply said, little one. You're the one who brought that up. You claim I brought it up on your stream, yet after all this time, you've never been able to produce a clip. You've claimed I said a lot of things that you've never been able to produce a clip on. Because you are a fucking liar.
Makes a statement that I'm stalking his child online, her account, or why she's playing a game on his account.
I also covered this the other night, and I completely obliterated that fucking lie as well. Once again, Todd, if you have proof of this, why aren't you putting a video clip up instead of running your cocksucker like Chris Ryder in your truck, dude? You're just showing people exactly what you are.
Account. Like, how would I know any of that, first off? So
you're being dishonest because you knew I had a kid. You knew I had a kid, Todd. Just the same way how D knew I had a kid. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to say this for all the 100 people in here because I haven't really ever said anything about this until this point. And the only reason why I'm going to bring it up again is because D brought it up the other day. And I promised I would not bring it up. But I'm sorry, this whole narrative that D took my channel down, I personally don't believe it. I really don't. D actually did a really fucking big favor for both me and my daughter and hooked me up with a huge fucking favor. Like, it meant quite a lot to me, especially. So just wanted to confirm that. I saw that was put out and just wanted to, confirm that. But that is a fact. So, you know, for D being such a bad guy, I mean, D sure as fuck hasn't lobbed some spurious fucking allegations or accusations against me for no good apparent fucking reason. But you have, Todd, and you seem to have a pattern here. Seems like you've done that with many, many people. And then you wonder why all these people hate your fucking guts.
After years of being accused of being a stalker by Chris Ryder, somebody that we've sat shoulder to shoulder fighting against, Boot Blocks Kim does the same thing. And so this is the cautionary tale to you guys. Be careful who you associate with. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. I said it again. I'll said it before, and I'll say it again. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And I am so grateful that some of these people have revealed themselves, because for a while now, I've had my suspicions, I've had my thoughts behind it, and I've had private conversations with people that I actually do trust and respect their opinions on these things. And they've
You
had,
don't trust anyone, GS. You
they've
made
had,
that apparent.
in some cases, similar.
Anybody who is still in the sphere of GS, let me just tell you how it is, okay? This dude will never trust you. I mean, sure, he'll tell you he trusts you, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm your best friend, man. I'm your best fucking friend." But it's pretty clear that he's gonna always start forming opinions, and he'll never be man enough to actually confront you or talk to you about things that he thinks he observes. He'll just hold them in his back pocket until he decides to have a little fucking toddler fit one day. And then when you're not willing to play fucking calm the toddler down, then he'll turn around and he'll try to use that against you.
To my outlook on it, but saying, well, there's nothing definitive yet. I would be careful. Don't say anything publicly. Just hold your tongue. Don't support the person, this, that, and the other thing, yada, 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 right? But it's funny how public people like to come after me and my family, isn't it?
Oh, here we go. Back
Isn't
to
it
the
funny
fucking
how they
victim
like to attack
mentality.
me, my kids, you know, my
Oh, poor me, victim. Poor me. They like to attack me and talk about my kids, even though I was just attacking Boot and talking about his kid. I mean, guys, I'm sorry, but as adults, is there gonna ever be a point where like somebody's like finally like, look, like this doesn't make any sense. Like you're sitting there doing an action and then you're turning around and saying you're a victim because this action is happening to you. That's called being a fucking hypocrite, bro.
relationships, all these little things. They don't attack me, they attack the things around me. It shows a lack of character. And I expect that from my enemies. The thing that bothers me is when people that posed as friends are the ones stabbing you in the back. So I got a few more people that I have my eye on. And if they're true and legit people.
See, I just said it, and this is why you can't trust this dude. So did you hear what he said? He said, I got these people that I really, really trust. And then not but a minute later, yeah, I've got my eyes on a couple people. Well, which is it? Do you trust them or do you have your eyes on them? Because I know what the answer is. You've got your eyes on them because you don't trust anybody, because you have some type of insecurity. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's abandonment issues or what it is, but you clearly have trust issues. That was very apparent to me the entire time I was in any type of interaction or contact with you. But holy fuck, dude, get it under control, dude.
I hope to keep them in my orbit. If they are not, I think they are soon going to reveal themselves and show their true colors. I think it's happening faster than you guys realize. I think what they see is they consider this to be a sinking ship. This channel right here, they think it's a sinking ship. And they're trying to grab whatever loot they can and get off the ship onto another ship. I think that's what's happening. And I've got a pretty interesting track record of being attacked and shrugging it off, being attacked and shrugging it off. It's actually kind of it's actually kind of humorous, actually, at the end of the day, right?
Boo-hoo.
Matter of fact, a lot of these detractors, a lot of these hate GS channels, they're no longer viable channels anymore. Some of them aren't even on the internet. Hell, some of them are serving time in jail. Hell, some of them had less.
Some of them have 104 people in their chat. And when I have 3 people because I'm playing a Magic the Gathering game or a game about cartoon cats or something that, you know, people really like to watch.
Illustrious positions on school boards, like, you know, the top of the school board and getting paid decent money, you know, prestige and the respect of the community, until they got caught stealing at Target. You know, they really hated GS. They had all kinds of opinions about me and my military service and all this other stuff. They're not here anymore. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And there's a lot of channels that are going to go the way of the dodo bird. See, the thing is I do this. It's a lot of fun for me to do this. I actually rather enjoy doing this. I find this very cathartic. I like having these meaningful conversations with people. Now, right now, this is a little bit of gossip and a little bit of drama and a little bit of, pointing out the slander, the libel, the felonious accusations and stuff like that. A little bit of that is just documenting it, right? Levi says the 1A stuff is done. You have state like Kentucky, Kansas, Oklahoma, Tennessee, 25 foot. Yeah, I mean, what they're doing, I think, is done. Daisy May said, GS, you do the same damn thing. You attack everything about a person. Quit projecting.
Yes, very
I don't really understand what you mean, crazy bitch. Don't I still have emails from you asking me to take over Know Your Target and Beyond's channel at his behest? And didn't everything change with you, Daisy May? The moment that I said, yeah, I don't really feel comfortable signing a contract with a guy who's going to jail for felony accusations of raping a woman in an Uber or a Lyft or whatever it was, and it was on the run from it. Yeah, I really didn't, and was actually committed to an insane asylum. I don't really want to go into business with that kind of a person. And didn't everything go sour after I turned down his offer for me to be a managing person on his channel to keep it alive? Because he liked my voice. He liked the things that I was saying. Didn't everything go south between you and I, Daisy May, after I said no to that? I think so. I think if you look back in our history, I think it all went sideways when I did not want to take over Know Your Target Beyond's channel anymore. And I think you had a bit of a weird crush on the guy. Like you were very parasocially attached to that man, if I remember correctly. Like in a weird, creepy, I've got no life and I'm just some old spinstress lady who lives at home with a bunch of cats and scrapes cat litter off.
So yeah, guys, I mean, that was really my main point. Was I just wanted to show another lie of Todd's. I mean, he sure likes to throw a lot out there, so it's not like it's very hard to catch him in them. But yep, one of many. I had one more thing I wanted to show you guys real quick, just because I want to make sure we could go over this one more time real quick. Let's see here. Let me get over to this, because I just wanted to remind people of this real quick before we end the show. I think it's pretty important, as long as I can find it. I can't find it. Here we go. It's right here. Give me 1 second, guys. We're going to pull this back up. Get this off screen.
Was like, I read the Proverbs, right? A gentle word turns away wrath, but a on the inside.
You gotta Google Grayson, Kentucky. Type in D. Garrett, Grayson, Kentucky.
I got a better idea. How about we Google DeNorver?
So just like how I proved Todd wrong with the screenshot where he tried to say, I didn't even say anyone specifically, but you knew I was talking to you, Boot, because I kind of literally tagged your fucking username in it because I was calling you out in front of everybody. But we're going to play revisionist history and act like, everybody that was there didn't see it. But this is another situation of the same, where we're going to say that we didn't know certain information until very recently, when this is a screenshot right here. I mean, he is looking directly at this report.
Garrett Jr. and find that you like to molest little girls. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better than D.
You like to shoot veterans in the back that are in wheelchairs and steal their stuff.
Garrett, I think you'll get better results.
And here's the thing. I have it under good authority that he is very good friends with that 12-year-old now. Very good friends. And he's willing to show proof of it.
Hey, Cliff, it's good to know that your weird fucking ass was like the one who really supported D more than anybody. Like you knew about the whole entire fucking thing. Like, do you guys hear what Cliff is saying right now? He's going, "What if I told you that dude, you are a creepy motherfucker, Cliff. Now I know where Ryder got in contact with this dude. It was you, Cliff, and you fucking knew. You clearly knew. I can hear by the way you're talking, especially right after they show the state entry where it shows he's a registered sex offender. Dude, like, really?
That
From what I understand, she's had conversations online with him.
So he didn't know about it, but he obviously knows about the situation in depth enough to where when he's replying to Cliff, he goes, I know enough to know that she's had online conversations with him. I'm just saying. So thank you, KTZ. Thank you for being here. And just be clear, this is not a pick a side. This is I'm getting sick and tired of this dude fucking lying and not bringing receipts when I've brought receipts multiple nights. So I thank you very much for stopping by. I know that you're busy, so I hope you have a good night, KTZ. Thank you for stopping by.
So he was definitely repentant of the whole situation, and you know that he not that situation, but he said that he was marching, and there was an interaction with some dude stopped, and his wife slammed on the brakes, and he was arguing with him, and basically called him the N-word and all this other stuff, and Dee walked over to him and was like, I read the Proverbs, right? A gentle word turns away wrath, but a harsh word spoken stirs up strife. And he was gentle with him. And afterwards, the guy ended up, they pulled over and they talked and stuff. And he ended up saying, I'm really sorry. He showed a picture of his 2-year-old daughter at the time who had gotten messed with. And so he felt real angry about it because, thinking kid diddler is a kid diddler, And so he kind of apologized for the way that he came at him. And, and Dee was kind of like,
I am so confused by that. So was that you trying to say that like they're not, or are you trying to say that they're not all the same, or what are you exactly trying to accomplish here? See, this is what happens when you don't stand for shit and you go with the flow. Like you literally follow what Bruce Lee says and be like water. Be like water, G-ass. No stand on no principle. You no stand no principle.
You could tell it was hitting his heart, man. It was really hitting his heart. And look, we all make mistakes. I mean, fraud at Wrangler, right? We're all supposed to forgive fraud at Wrangler. And listen, as a Christian, I don't care about someone's past. What are they doing today for God? What are they doing in the future, right? The past has gone away. But when you don't repent, you continue to repeat certain sinful behaviors. I don't agree with it, man. Smart ass.
All right, so give me 1 second, guys. We have a request, so we're gonna fulfill this request real quick before we end it. The stream, that is. Don't want anyone getting confused. So let's see what this individual wants to add in. Let me get to the right window. D said, anyone that can give a predator is subhuman, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, to me, I just don't want you around me, obviously I'm not God. I'm not going to impose my wrath on you, but stay the fuck away from me and my family or anyone I care about. What's up, Killa? How you doing, buddy?
No, I'm just saying, I want to come up because I was very confused about this story. Like I had to listen to it 3 fucking times, right? Mm-hmm. So how did this guy driving by D. Garrett automatically know he was a pedophile? So he screams the N-word at him, and yet then all of a sudden he comes clean about his son was diddled too, and then they have a come to Jesus moment and they're hugging it the fuck out. Like, it makes no sense if you really listen to what the fuck he's saying.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. But that's the thing is I just try to pick up on what does make sense. And from what it appears, at least, it appears that he's very well aware of the situation. He has to. I mean, not only is he looking at the registry information, he is in the video right in front of D as he's shouting the information about it to other people. So it's like theoretically, not only is there a recording that he's watching from the perspective across from him, but he should also have his own perspective where you can hear D shouting it right into the phone, right? So,
and again, and like the whole thing is like, you know, I've been trying to stay neutral this entire fucking time. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get it.
You guys, you know, he did his thing. You guys do your thing, but everybody would come chill at mine because it was like everybody kind of mingled. They dropped the bullshit, and that was the end of it. But I'll tell you right now, if you're trying to force me to pick a fucking side, I will tell that person to fuck right off because I don't want to pick a side to begin with. So if you're trying to force me to play your fucking game, I'm done. I'll just walk the fuck away. It's not a big deal to me. Fucking YouTube is literally 2.5 hours of my fucking night. I have fucking children. I have a business to fucking run. And this means dick all to deal with this fucking drama. That's why I come on here, have a good fucking time, act like a dickhead, entertain people. Again, but it's like, oh, you have to be with me or else. Always these fucking or else's. Like, dude, really, bro?
That's how a lot of this had started off. Like, I really truly believe that the reason that Todd continued with this narrative is because how dare I try to build a bridge with like HPS like that to me is when I noticed he really doubled down and was like, I'm going fucking after this guy. I mean, that's just my perspective on it. I could be wrong, but I just find this wild. Like, I know this is 2 years ago, but it's just not matching what I've heard is all.
But and then like when in talking about this other new bitch, right? We already know Secret's name. Ryder doxed the bitch. He confirmed that he called Secret's fucking job, tried getting her fucking fired, the whole fucking nine. So we know Secret's name. We know she's in what state she's in. So now all of a sudden some fucking crackhead gives you this information about this other bitch in some video of rabbits. And now all of a sudden you're trying to dox this lady saying it's fucking Secret that has a totally different name in a totally different fucking state because you're running off your fucking hate boner for Rabbit and you're fucking with this lady's life that did nothing to you fucking at all.
When he knows what her real name is, that's what I don't understand. And that's why after witnessing like that, I mean, not only that time, but so many other times and things that I've seen on top of like the MBK video, it really makes me question, like, at what point is he playing this like character that I think is trying to rage bait people? And like, at what point is he like this nice godly guy? Because I'm really starting to like lose like the distinction here. I mean, I cannot believe that I heard that this dude fucking was doxing someone, and I go back and sure enough, he is. I mean, it's just, it's not a smart idea to do. I mean, doxing is not a good idea, guys. Doxing is not based, in my opinion. So,
well, again, you know, like I said, you can't be mad if someone doxes somebody that you care about, but then as soon as you're mad at somebody, you're trying to fucking dox them. Or you're trying to drag their fucking kids into it or whatever. Like that's the other thing. And I know I'm going to take heat for it. But the other day when GS was talking about Rabbit's bastard child, right? I said bastard, not GS. I'm just doing like old school terms.
Right.
What the fuck does that kid or that kid's mother have anything to do with fucking Rabbit? If they're estranged and Rabbit doesn't even know the fucking child, why would you go and threaten to investigate this kid and fuck with the mom out of nowhere?
It goes to what I've been trying to, I guess, show people from my perspective the last couple of streams is I didn't notice it until I noticed it, right? Obviously. But I am seeing more and more similar traits between him and Ryder than I've ever noticed before. Going all the way from doing that type of underhanded shit, you know, just like what you said, going to be like, well, I have a problem with you, so I'm going to attack your family. You know, let me ask you this is, and I'll ask you and chat this, but out of this entire time that Todd has been causing this beef with me, can you recollect one time that I ever have started talking shit about his like family?
No,
because I'm not going to do that. But he continues to this day to fucking talk about me and mention my fucking daughter when I really wish he would just shut the fuck up about it and be an adult. But I don't know why he can't do that. Clearly there's something I must have triggered when I tried figuring out what the fuck was wrong and why what happened that one day happened. And I'm obviously never going to figure it out. You know, he obviously it must be something very triggering, I'm assuming. So I don't know.
I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I really fucking don't.
I don't either. You know, that's why I didn't say anything for like what, a week and a half. And he was still fucking talking about me, still going after me. And I just feel like it's just this inevitable thing. Like, I just feel like it's going to happen to a lot of other people. And all I can say is just brace yourself and be ready for it. You know, one day all of a sudden you're going to do something that for some reason pisses him off, I guess, and have fun with the rest of the time. And at least that's my experience. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, and even with this whole conspiracy shit, right? Yeah. But like, again, I heard clips and clips and clips of like GS coming after me, and I just ignored them. But now all of a sudden, you want to keep coming after me. So if I say anything about you, you can be like, "Oh my God, see, it was all a conspiracy to attack me." No, you put this fucked up game plan in motion by coming after people that spin it like, "Oh, they're all plotting against me," but you attacked everybody one by one, and then when they respond, then you fucking cry foul.
Yeah, it's just once again, I just stay consistent. Like if he's gonna do that, that's fine. But don't turn around and then keep playing like you don't know why things have happened. Just like when he's like, I never I just simply said Roblox much. I never said it specifically to anybody. It's like that's a blatant fucking lie. And I really don't know if it's a situation where he just doesn't even care to actually try to refresh his memory and he's just talking off of his like spacey memory, but he's done it with so many different things on so many different occasions. And today especially, man, I mean, I removed his comment because I was trying to keep that shit out because I've had prior conversations with you and you've said you've been pretty consistent the entire time, which is you don't want to get in between.
Pretty
so
much.
And you said it doesn't just apply with me and him, it applies with him and Rabbit, him and Secret, the whole shebang. So, that's why I removed the comment. Now, did I know he'd be pissed about it? Yeah, I figured he'd be pretty fucking livid just because I know how big of a baby he is. Did I think it would ruin his entire morning to where he would not only attack me, but start attacking Rabbit again and start alluding he can't trust you? No, I didn't know that. And for that, I do apologize. But,
it's all good, dude. But again, like, I talked to you and Swag out of like the whole like little fucked up YouTube world more than anybody else. You know what I mean? And then like fucking, well, I have minimum interactions with Rabbit. You know what I mean? I'll Discord him. Even when he came up on my fucking panel, that was you calling me to tell me something about Rabbit was heading that. You know what I mean? So it was like, I didn't even talk to him that day. Like we didn't have each other's phone numbers or anything. So it was like through you. So and then with the whole Jeff thing, with the whole Hill Pirates, we talked the night before. And then we all had our hands on the nuclear button in case like it went awry. Who was going to fire first?
Yeah, I remember that.
And it went smooth and that was the end of it. So it's like, what do you want? There was no conspiracy. It was just trying to smooth some shit out so we can be a dickhead over here and they can be a dickhead over there. And everybody can kind of do their own little fucking things to kind of bring down some of the fucking heat.
Yeah, I mean, is it that he's that upset over the 10-person panel? Like if I make that not private, will that make him happy again and he'll stop attacking everybody? Or I mean, I don't know either at this point. Yeah, it wasn't. It was basically trying to be like, hey, GS, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're lashing out at people for no fucking good reason too. And I don't know. You would think that when a group of people that you want to call your friends are trying to explain to you that you're not acting right, if you will, right? Isn't that what a true, I mean, to me, that's what a true friend does, right? Like if you're doing some that's pretty fucked up, like I'm gonna straight call you out on it.
Yeah, well, you know how I am too. Like I don't care. I tell you guys, like when you call me about advice for like other shit, I'm like, no, dude, it's like this, man. Like this is what you got to fucking do. Same thing when I talk to Swag. Like, no, dude, you're fucking being retarded. Like you gotta change it up. Like you guys might be mad at me at the fucking present moment for like my approach, but when you actually think about it, it's the fucking truth. Like.
Chat is wild, bro. Chat is so wild, bro. You know what's funny as fuck, dude, is I remember one time I was talking to D and he was like, man, see, because here's the thing is like a lot of people don't realize, but like all the shit that people like make fun of D for, if you rewind it back to the beginning, D's like the original person that like put that shit out there. Like he was the one that started the whole butt film thing. He was the one that started the whole fucking shed thing. And I remember one time him making a joke and him being like, everyone's so focused on the phone, but they don't never ask about the charger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but dude, like, I like chat. Chat's wild as fuck, man. You guys say some pretty fucking hilarious things, but.
Well, you know, and it all depends on the way you want to approach your shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like I always say, fucking at the end of the day, YouTube is fucking interactive TV. Or if you want to interact with the chat more, it's more like a fucking play or a comedy show. You know what I mean? You can't let the fucking chat derail you or throw your fucking mood off. You know what I mean? You have the one guy going, boo, you suck, boo. Well, you got to fucking ignore him and truck fucking through. Because when you start fucking focusing on that jerk off, everybody else is like loses interest. Like, you know what I mean? And then the whole fucking show is fucked.
Yeah.
And well, again, you don't see these big fucking million plus YouTubers, Diazmans, Tectons, and fucking, you don't see them focusing on the chat like that. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck no. I try to be as interactive with my chat as I can. But I have been told by people that you're not supposed to do that. That's a bad move.
Exactly, Sammy. You already know. I'll be over to lay some pipe in you later. That is all.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be the end of it. I'm gonna end the show. So I thank you guys for all being here. This was Boot Body Cam, and let's see here. Oops, wrong button, guys. Oh, wrong button. Hold on, wrong button. I'm sorry. Oops, wrong button again. Hold on. Oops, wrong button. Hold on. Wait. Oh, no. What am I doing? Where'd it go?
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.